What's going on YouTube? Nate the Great back again. Day 5 in the gym, and it's the last day of my programming. We're ending the week on deadlifts. As with all of my other compound lifts, start off with just the bar for a set of 20. Nothing too fancy. The goal for this session, as it has been with every other session in this first week, is to reach one rep max, and then work down into a lighter weight for working sets. First set warming up into a max is 135 for a set of 8. Normally I can rep out 135 for 15 plus reps. So this was fairly simple. Mostly working on trying to keep myself tight and keep my form pretty good. But after that, moved into 185 for a set of 5. It's always a good idea to keep reps relatively low, warming up into a 1 rep max. And so I don't go anywhere higher than even 8 reps. But since it was only 135, I figured doing 8 reps was just fine. Now here, the important thing to know is that this is the first time I've ever deadlifted 225 for a single without a belt. And so you notice there that for 255, which is my 1 rep max, I failed the rep twice. Now, obviously, failing a 1 rep max is never fun. It's never a good feeling. But I switched up what my programming was for this session after failing my 1 rep maxes, because I was kind of pissed off, But the thing about failure is that it gives you the opportunity to grow. And even though I failed my max, I hit some PRs afterwards in terms of like reps, because here you'll see that I hit 135 for a set of 20, something I've never even attempted before, because I was pissed. And so even though I failed, it allowed me the opportunity to get better, to grow. And so I hit PRs with 135, 145, and 155, because I've never hit these weights for the reps that I did. I think on 145 here, I hit it for 15, 16, somewhere in there, reps. And that's something I've never even attempted before. So I think the thing to take away from this is that I probably shouldn't be deadlifting 225 beltless, at least for the time being, just because obviously I need it, And here we are with 155, and this one I hit for a set of, I think it was a really odd number. It was like 13 or 14 reps. And so this is how you see there. I bumped the machine, the hamstring curl machine over there, and so I had to take a step forward. And the thing about deadlifts is that you got to be willing to fail. I mean, that's true with any compound movement, but sometimes the opportunity to grow isn't immediate, like it was today. Sometimes it's not always you hit a PR immediately after failing, a rep, But all that aside, I moved from deadlifts to single leg presses, and you notice that my foot is higher up on the press. I personally do that just because I feel that I feel personally that it stretches out the hamstring um, in a really nice way. It focuses on the hamstring more than it does your quad. I mean, obviously, it still works your quad, but it works it a lot. It works the hamstring more so than the quad. And I did these for sets of the 13. I did 3 sets of 13 because that was what I ended on with my deadlifts. And that's generally a rule I use with doing single leg presses after deadlifting, is that I take the weight, the plates that I was using on the deadlifts for my last set, and put those on the leg press, and whatever the reps I had done on that final set of deadlifts, that's the number of sets I do on leg press. So I took a 45 plate and a 10-pound plate and did 3 sets of 10 with the leg presses. And following the leg press, moved into some hamstring curls. Started off pretty light here, doing single leg curls for a set of 15 on each leg with 48 pounds. As with all of the other machines in here, this one has some pretty odd measurements as it goes up in weights. This is one of those ones that goes up 12 pounds. And then following the set of single leg, I did both legs for 3 sets of 15 at 84 pounds. At least I think it was 84. Yeah. Following that, we did dual leg calf extensions for obviously 3 sets of 20. And not exactly sure what this like bicep movement is called. I've always called them incline curls. I'm not sure if that's the actual name for them. I actually like doing these. It's a movement that I learned about through Kai Green, actually. I don't know, like 3-time runner-up to Phil Heath's Mr. Olympia. And it's a really great stretch on the muscle because you're having to do the curl basically the same way you would if you were standing. Your arms are still sort of perpendicular to the ground without the assistance of any other part of your body, because you're in a very neutral position. But following up from our sets of calf extensions and incline bicep curls, we moved on to my ab circuit with 35-pound weighted planks for somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 seconds. Not entirely certain. I don't count. But we did that, and we followed that up with, you see that I do a little shimmy there. Sometimes the weight shifts on my back just because it's a flat and very smooth plate. But we followed that up with dragonflies, a set of 10 of those, and then we followed that up with a set of Russian twists. And the thing about this ab circuit is that I don't leave any time in between the exercises. I go from one to the other to the other. Now, obviously, when I'm filming my workout, I go from filming one. I move my camera into a position that I can film the other, and start recording immediately. So I waste as little time as possible between all of my sets. But that is basically the end of my workout. You can all find me on social media at Nate the Great Harmon. And I will see you all next time for a chest video.